Welcome back to the Unbelievable Podcast, where we take the funniest stories from ancient myths, legends, and sacred texts and retell them to one another. I'm Bert.
And I'm Tamina.
And this is episode 3. This one we're calling This Ain't Sparta. Ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Okay. So this guy, he's a soldier, right? But there's no war, so he's just sort of wandering from town to town looking for work. He never really knew his family, so he grew up on his own, Aladdin style.
Okay.
He's pretty tough and he's pretty strong, and he's really, really, really hairy. So think like Tom Selleck, Magnum PI. But
is this relevant to this story?
It is. Oddly enough,
okay.
the amount of hair is relevant. Well, it's like a partial cause of one of the main plot points.
I mean, I'm interested to see where this goes, but good to know that him being hairy is very relevant to the story.
So, unfortunately, he also lives in a tropical climate. So when it's
that's not good.
So when it's hot, he sweats a ton, and when he sweats, he stinks.
I mean, all the hair probably doesn't help.
Yeah, but it's not just normal, hairy dude sweat. It's like unbelievable. It's at a monumental scale. It's like make you leave the subway car and go to the next train type of bad BO.
I mean, we've all been there. I can imagine that.
Yeah, it's like so bad that like you breathe through your mouth so you don't smell it, but then when you breathe in through your mouth, you can kind of taste it a little.
Ew, okay. I got it. You don't need to explain this.
I just wanted to impress how bad this guy smells. So
yeah, I got it. I got it. Go ahead.
So he bathes when he can, and otherwise he just keeps his distance from people generally. Another odd trait that is relevant to the plot is he's super ticklish.
Okay, I have no idea where this story is going. The two plot points are that he's hairy, smelly, and ticklish.
Yeah. Hairy,
got it.
Smelly, super hairy, super smelly, super ticklish. So one day he's walking with a friend from one town to another. The friend...
Okay, surprising that he has a friend.
Well, war buddies, right? They have a high tolerance.
Okay.
The friend had been working as a merchant's guard in the next town over and told him that he made a ton of money doing that work. And the merchant that he was working for was looking to expand his business. So he wanted a second guard. Now, the friend was going to charge a referral fee for, getting him this plum job. Friend's a little bit of a jerk, but better than what he's doing now. So he's going to take the job, and they're on their way to the next town. So as they're walking, they come across a gorge. There's a little stream at the bottom, and there are sheer cliffs at either side. But there's a pathway about 3/4 of the way up that will take them from one side to the other. So they're walking. On their left side is the sort of cliff face, and on their right side is a drop, straight vertical down 100 feet. At the bottom, there's just sharp rocks and then the riverbed.
Okay, sounds precarious.
Right. So our guy's walking in front, and his friend, they're friends, but he keeps his distance because he knows about the smell and all.
Don't blame him how you described it.
Yeah, they're friends, but he's not crazy. Anyway, he's walking and he sees this snake, but he knows has that real bad smell, and he's been outside in the heat for a couple days now with no water. He knows he's smelling real bad, and typically animals keep their distance from him.
It's that bad, huh? Okay.
It's that bad. Animals avoid him.
Even snakes are like, damn, this guy's stinky.
They don't want none of that. Like, they're not sticking out their tongues, nothing. So he expects the snake to sort of slither off into the bushes, but it doesn't. The snake bites him on the ankle and slithers off. I guess bad sense of smell on the snake. It wasn't until it bit him that it was like, ew, and then it took off.
Maybe the snake's sense of smell was like not working, or he had some pre-existing condition. You don't know the snake's life. Maybe he's been through a lot.
That's another story. Season 2.
Okay. Lots of snakes.
So our guy, he starts screaming in pain. The snake, it must have been poisonous. He calls his friend. He's like, "You gotta help me. The snake bit my foot and I can feel the poison. Come wash it off." And his friend is like, "You've been sweating for days. Surely I'll die from the smell if I get that close to you." And that guy's like, "Stop fooling around. I need help. Get out the water bottle. Help wash it out, please." So eventually, friend makes his way forward, and he gets out the water bottle. He puts some on a cloth to wipe the bite, and he doesn't want any part of the BO though, so he turns his head away. He's doing one of these. He's turning
trying to not trying to be a good friend, but not get suffocated by the bad
exactly.
smell.
So he's got his arm outstretched and his head's turned sort of away. Can't really see where he's dabbing this cloth, but he's trying his best. Okay. So he actually misses the bite, which is on the ankle, like right on the bone, and he just grazes the cloth against the bottom of our guy's foot. Okay. Which tickles.
Okay.
You want to guess what happens next?
I'm guessing he starts tickling, kicks his friend or something.
Yeah. So our guy's reflexes kick in, and he kicks out his foot. Friend flies off the edge of the cliff and falls onto the sharp rocks at the bottom.
Oh. Yeah. Explains his lack of friends.
Yeah, it was tragic.
Poor guy was only trying to help.
Try to brave the stench, braving the BO to try to help this guy. And what does he get? Kicked off a cliff.
I'm guessing dead based on what you described.
So our guy, he grabs the cloth and he wipes off the bite on his own. Maybe it didn't turn out to be poison after all. He's just maybe a bit of a whiner. He makes his way.
I mean, why didn't he just do that at the beginning?
Well, he was panicked. Snake bite. And, animals don't even come close to him. So he gets bitten by something. It's probably the first time an animal has ever been that close to him with the smell.
All right, continue.
Yeah. So he gets to the bottom, and this is what he sees. A pile of neatly folded clothes, a small pile of copper and silver coins, his friend's pack, like his backpack that he was carrying with him, and a huge turtle slowly eating the friend's dead body.
Oh.
Yeah. The guy is shocked too. Also, how the turtle learned to fold clothes. That's unbelievable. So the turtle.
Yeah, I mean, yes, turtles don't fold clothes, but they also generally don't go around eating humans.
Yeah.
But
that's what they want you to think.
Okay, I'm never going to look at a turtle the same way.
It's probably for the best. So the turtle turns towards our guy, and he nods towards the pile of stuff. He's like he can't talk. He's a turtle, but he's saying take the stuff. And our guy's like, you want me to take the stuff? And the turtle nods. Nods yes. So he goes and he takes his friend's belongings, and the turtle's just about done eating by the time he's gotten all the coins and gotten the clothes. And he looks at the turtle. Turtle looks at him dead in the eye. And he starts to make his way toward the river, like he's going to go, take a rinse himself off, get the smell. And the turtle's like, nope. Just nods his head no. So he's like, okay, I guess you don't want me to bathe. But why? And the turtle looks him dead in the eye. And it's one of those, those knowing looks, like one of those, He looks, and he's like, you know. And the guy's like, you want me to do it again? And the turtle's like, yeah, nods his head yes. So now the guy and the turtle are bandits. They're partners in crime. Okay. Whenever a traveler comes to the gorge, our guy does his snake bite act, and he's like, help, I've been bitten by a snake, please come and help me. And when people come close enough, he kicks them off the edge of the cliff, and the turtle eats them and folds his stuff up for him, and he gets rich off all these travelers' stuff.
I mean, I did not expect that. I have to say, I didn't expect that this story was going to end up with him becoming a bandit with a giant turtle. And this, he sounds like a really shitty person.
Yeah, I mean...
No wonder he didn't have friends. The one friend that he had, he kicked off and started this freaking scheme with the turtle, all right?
No, the guy is a product of his environment, okay? He didn't ask for the smell.
But, I mean, he also was very cool with his friend being eaten by a turtle. I think that doesn't really have anything to do with the smell.
I mean, I hear where you're coming from, but I feel like until you're put in that position of watching a giant turtle eat your friend's dead body, you don't know how you're going to react. Could have been anybody.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can say I would run away because if he's going to eat your friend, he might eat you too. That turtle doesn't seem like he has any loyalty.
So you wouldn't team up with the turtle?
No, I would not, unless they were the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Then we're talking something else. But
those are good. Continue. Those are good turtles.
They are, even though they live in the sewer.
Yeah. So one day they're doing their robbing people, kicking off of cliffs, eating their bodies, and stealing their stuff, sort of bit. And a traveler comes, There's not like unlike any other traveler. And so he starts to do his bit, like help, snake, bit, foot. They've been doing it for a couple months and he's phoning it in a little bit. And the traveler comes by to help, but strangely, he doesn't seem to be affected by the BO.
Okay.
Man, as a matter of fact, strange thing, our guy can actually smell the traveler's BO.
Oh,
yeah, and
traveler's BO is worse than this guy's
never
BO.
smelled another person before through his own BO. You want to guess what happens next?
I'm guessing he falls down because of the BO.
Okay, so our guy's lying there and doing his like fake I've been bit by a snake pose, and he says to the traveler, "Who are you? Where did you get that stench?" And the traveler replies, "I'd heard rumors, but now I know it for true." And he kicks our guy off the cliff onto the sharp rocks below. He dies. Traveler makes his way down to the riverbed, and this is what he sees: a pile of neatly folded clothes, a large pile of copper and silver coins, the bandit's pack, and the large turtle slowly eating the bandit's body.
See, I told you that turtle did not have no loyalties.
No loyalty. Turtle turns to...
Cannot trust human-eating turtles.
You can't trust turtles, period.
But human-eating turtles?
Yeah, man-eating turtles, worst of the bunch. But generally, you don't want to be friends with turtles. Anyway, the turtle turns towards him and nods towards the pile of stuff, just like before. And then he nods back to the traveler. And you want to know what the traveler does?
The same thing, I'm guessing?
Nope.
Because this is a crazy story.
The traveler kills the turtle, eats the turtle. That's the end of the story.
I mean, that's the logical thing to do, I would say. I mean, I don't know how... I think I feel a little iffy about eating a turtle that's been eating humans, but at the very least, you didn't develop some sort of, I don't know, bandit pack with a human-eating turtle. But, it makes sense that it ends that way, I guess. I didn't expect the main guy to die at the end of this story, but...
Oh, you didn't?
I guess
you thought he was going to make it?
No, I didn't.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like, I don't know, he was going to somehow discover that the turtle betrayed him and then kills the turtle. But I guess this makes more sense moral-wise. I don't know what to think of this story.
I like your version of the story.
Just generally did not expect a human-eating turtle.
Okay. I like turtle betrayal. Like it would have made for a more modern story.
Yeah, like every movie right now, you know.
Or it turns out they were all turtles the entire time and they just didn't know it.
Or it was a dream.
Yeah. So the story is from Greek mythology. It's the story of Sciron or Skiron, the turtle, and Theseus. And it's strangely enough, our guy, the bandit, never actually finds out, I don't think, in the original story, but the guy who has the BO who kicks him off of the cliff, that's his brother. What? Yeah, they never knew each other because he was raised, I guess, by himself on the streets, came up hard on the streets. But his brother is actually the adventurer who he tries to rob, who ends up kicking him off the cliff.
So Theseus is which one? Is he the one who formed the pact?
He's the traveler, the hero, I guess, at the end.
Who killed and ate the turtle?
Yeah, and his brother.
Okay.
The bandit.
Yeah, I guess.
And the turtle, you're focused on the turtle, but he did kill a man.
I mean, yes, but we know a lot of stories about a lot of men killing men, but not a lot of stories about giant human-eating turtles out there.
Yeah, it's true.
So, excuse me while I focus on this giant man-eating turtle.
So now we got to try to figure out what the lesson is supposed to be in the story.
I know this one. Yeah. It's like you get like karma basically, you know? Cuz like he did it to other people and then he got it
done to him.
Well,
I guess that's
so
fair.
be careful what you do onto others.
Yeah, the golden rule, do unto others.
And don't trust man-eating turtles. Yeah. But I feel like that comes without saying.
What does the turtle add to the lesson?
I don't know. I mean, he could have become a bandit without the turtle, but, I guess you got to make it interesting for people to remember the story. People are like, yeah, the turtle will remember the story, especially if you're telling your kids. But without the turtle, then it's just another random story about a guy who got what he had coming.
I guess so, yeah. What about the thing about these types of stories, the do unto others stories, is, all the people he kicked off a cliff and robbed, they didn't do anything wrong. What lesson did they learn?
I mean, you don't know. Maybe they were doing the same thing to other people in other bridges.
Yeah, they had iguanas and they, kicked people into pits, and then
that
was their
lizards,
bandit pal.
Crocodiles.
Yeah. All sorts of...
And just like a creek full of these people.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that one was a really strange story. The turtle just comes out of nowhere, and the kicking people off of a cliff. Like, his MO as a bandit is very specific. Like, help, help me wash my foot. And then when people actually come to help wash his foot off, he kicks him off a cliff. Like, very particular. Also, it's the type of thing that you wouldn't think would happen more than twice, maybe. Before people are hey, people keep getting kicked off of this cliff. Maybe don't go over there.
Yeah, that's the thing that doesn't add up to me. Is like, so Theseus comes along and he's like, I'd heard rumors, but like, who are these people who like saw this happening and just like didn't decide to go get like people from their village and take this guy down? They were just like, cool, I'm just gonna tell people this thing instead. There's like a giant man-eating turtle in a pack with some I'm literally picturing Cousin It from like Addams Family. That seems like something you'd want to tackle if you're living in a village nearby and you need this
I don't
place
know.
to
Maybe
pass.
you got to wait until a wandering traveler comes, and then he's the one who kicks the hairy monster man and his turtle pal off the cliff or whatever.
Honestly, with these type of stories, like, why is everybody other than the hero so useless?
Well, I mean, I think what I love about the Greek stories especially is that everybody's related. Everybody who ever does anything of note is the brother, cousin, father, daughter of some other person.
With this one, though, like, it seemed like by the way you described it, it would, like, this thing, though, would have to be like DNA, like genetics, So if you come across somebody who smells just as bad as you, then maybe you need to, like, take a look at that relationship,
Maybe that's the only way to know. Like, if you have been estranged from your family and then all of a sudden there's like a group of people who stink just as bad as you, like, something's up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you were like the color blue and then you met a group of people who were also blue. But cute Arrested Development joke.
Thanks for listening to the Unbelievable podcast. We hope you had as good a time as we did. If so, subscribe. We release new episodes every week. We're on YouTube, Spotify, and all major podcast apps. If you have comments or feedback, you can email us at theunbelievablecast@gmail.com. That's theunbelievablecast@gmail.com. All one word. Thanks.